What's up, everyone? It's Flex coming to you again from my home gym with yet another post-workout rant. Okay, Parliament resumed yesterday, and Mark Carney made an ass of himself in question period. God, that guy is so incompetent. Anyways, I want to rant today about the rumors that are coming out that we might not see a budget until November. And for those of you that have been following me, you know that I'm a professional accountant and I've been a senior finance executive for over 25 years. And I'm currently the director of finance for a small manufacturing company. And part of my role is to prepare a budget and then to report on the actual results against the budget on a monthly basis. And, you know, I've been doing this, like I said, for 25 years. And typically you'll start working on the budget in the end of Q3, maybe the beginning of Q4, depending on the company and how complicated it is. And I've worked for some very big public companies, and I've worked for some very small family-owned companies as well, owner-operated companies. And that's the situation that I'm in right now. So we had an election and we have a new prime minister, but the finance department, the Canada Revenue Agency, that is largely responsible for preparing the budget, you know, they haven't fundamentally changed. So why weren't they working on preparing a budget from, you know, last December? The federal government's fiscal year starts April 1st. Why didn't they have a budget prepared and ready to go? I mean, I know there's going to be some fundamental directional settings from the Prime Minister, and of course we have a new Minister of Finance as well. Goodbye, Chrystia Freeland, you dummy. But again, you know, the people that are actually putting the numbers together and preparing the budget, they wouldn't have changed. Why wouldn't they have had their numbers ready to go? So I used to work with a guy, I actually was going to lead with this and I forgot. I actually worked with a guy years ago who said, bad news doesn't get better with age. And I fundamentally believe that the fiscal situation of Canada is so much worse than Trudeau ever let on. And I think that Mark Carney is probably appalled at the financial situation, and that's why he doesn't want to share it. Because otherwise, why else wouldn't he have tabled something by now? It's inconceivable to me as a finance professional that a government, that the government of Canada would be operating this long without a budget and without sharing with the citizens and the taxpayers the true financial position of this country. And I fear it's so much worse than everybody is predicting. And, you know, it's also inconceivable to me that people would re-elect a liberal government given everything that we've been through for the last 10 years. But, you know, whatever, elbows up. What a joke. Anyways, that's it for my rant. We'll see how things are when the budget finally comes out. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they won't even table one until next year. But you know, I feel like things are so much worse. And actually, I just remembered. I think the RCMP put out a report last year, or maybe even the year before, said if Canadians knew how bad things really were, they'd be rioting in the streets. And maybe that's the case. Think about it. As always, peace.